She was trying to block the place and go
All right, we're live. That's right. We're at the first episode of the Shop Sessions. This is James. What is up? Got the camera up, but it's not really. We don't really have the shop set up so great for the camera. So it's not really about that right now. Really, it's about the audio. Anyway, I think, right? I think everyone agrees.
Yeah.
All right, so let's go ahead and have everybody introduce themselves to the, I don't know, right of the mic, I guess, is Jesse. We'll start with him and go clockwise, counterclockwise around. I don't know how that matches up in the actual video world, but whatever. We're just going to introduce ourselves real quick.
I'm Jesse. Bud. Joshua. I'm Nate.
I hope everything got picked up. Hold on, I don't know. It probably didn't. All right, I'm turning this on. Looks like we've got one person tuned in, actually. So if you guys want to boost this out, it would be great to have more people tuned into the shop sessions. Why not? So people that you know. I don't know how would you know? Yeah, I don't know. So one of you guys gonna have to figure out how to send my YouTube channel to your people.
Well, there's a thing that says share.
Yes, so somebody please do that. I don't know. Okay, so all right, so first episode of the shop session, we got a couple topics that we have written down. Why don't we go ahead and kick off with that? What do we got, Devon?
Got mindset, age gap, finance, property, crypto, currency goals, your age group, your mindset, your goals, say 5 year goal. You know what I'm saying?
Which one of those leaps out to you?
That's the game. That's the game right now.
All right, what are your thoughts on crypto?
Unique way of dealing with finance. Everything going digital, and it's giving you an opportunity to kind of get your hands on something, you know what I'm saying, currency wise that everybody might not have. You know what I'm saying? So if you're smart, you know how to play the market smart, and you know how to do, you know, your research, and follow the right people. I feel like it's all about Elon Musk right now saying that he's not selling crypto. You know? So that's a good sign for me, because man, with that type of money, don't just hold on to something for no reason. You got to have some type of substance to it. So Elon is telling I ain't selling you. Hold on through dips and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So,
Nothing going on here. Don't make sense. It's dropping. It's go right back up.
yeah. And really, I think it's a ploy to shake off people who, you know what I'm saying, might not really believe in and stuff like that, and make it more valuable, because, you know, only certain people won't be able to have it. You know what I'm saying? Only certain people will be able to get it, and after a while. Right now, it's open season. You know what I'm saying?
But here's crypto, at least Bitcoin had a limit.
Yeah.
Now's the time to start picking up if you haven't already.
Yeah.
Sweden all-time hottest.
Some that say that it's a elaborate pump and dump scheme, basically to sap money from regular investors and even hedge fund managers, people that really aren't in the know of crypto, to be able to get them to start dumping money into it as it pops up and create even more momentum going up. And then they'll be able to dump their shares that they've had since jump. You know what I mean? So, like, I don't know, let's say China was a major investor in Bitcoin, as like a 3/4 of Bitcoin. Let's say 60%. I don't even know how much that happened, but of the Bitcoin on Earth, right? If it goes to another crazy high, right, they could just be holding on to 60% of it and just dump off a chunk of it and create a scare enough to drop it down and create a panic in the market and unseen and unsettle the rest of the market. Because as the Western market becomes more and more dependent, more okay with crypto, you see what I'm saying? And so it like these kinds of things could creep in because foreign currency exchange is used against nations, against each other. That's one of the swords they use. You know, it's foreign currency.
I feel like with crypto levels though.
And so, and crypto in some ways levels it, but now it's who's in charge of the crypto. If they're the ones mining it all, if they hold most of the crypto, then they're sort of in a way they're in control of the market.
Which game you play?
And then A-Line, who knows if he says something suddenly the market. So what is it really based on other than the feelings of people?
Can we agree people that already changed their life and became millionaires? Just from a fraction of a second.
Yes. So that doesn't mean that doesn't happen, right?
And that's my point. It's like
But that's for the lottery too, though.
That is true. I mean, it's not as large of a lottery, but it's still for a lottery.
I mean, it's really gambling. You don't know for sure. How do you know for sure those pennies and turn millions? Research what?
There's real no research on something that, for example, like Dogecoin, that the dude made it as a joke. No one thought that it was going to skyrocket in price, even with Elon pushing it and Mark Cuban pushing it. No one knew that Dogecoin was going to go up and down.
That's an example of what there's.
But how do you know that it's not happening all around?
I mean, Elon said he's still investing in Dogecoin, and that shit's dropped.
Well, I look at it like this: cryptocurrency is being used as currency, or it's all different for the country exchanging their value.
But
Like they value that.
So the question is, do people expect Bitcoin to become like the world's currency, where everybody just invests in currency?
and that's the lotto.
Exactly.
That's the lotto you playing. Whatever will become that currency and you invest into
again, that means you basically gambling. So what research, like, you know what I mean?
It's different ways to make money. You know what I'm saying? You can invest into the rise and fall and make money by the minute, by the day. You know what I'm saying? You can invest longevity. It's really up to you how much you want to gamble with. Nobody can say it might not never get to $50,000, $50,000 a coin, but if it get to $20,000 a coin, or it get to $15,000 a coin, it's still a benefit. It will benefit me. You know, it's gonna benefit somebody. You know what I'm saying?
So there's even projects that people don't know about. And this is definitely, like you say, it's a lottery, it's enough research into something called projects where before they hit the market, you can invest into their startup. So it's like 8 positions behind. Let's say you put a couple of grand. Okay? So you've got let's say you put 2 to 3 grand, whatever this project is, accumulate into the value of $3 trillion. Okay, let's say that the value goes to whatever is released into a market, like Binance, or say you put on crypto.com, Coinbase, whatever the case may be. So then what it ends up doing is whenever it hits a penny, whatever your value was before the rest of the projects that you got that's what the big boys play with. Whenever you're in that door side of things, that's what people are unaware of. Take the community. It's not just like
I feel like in that age of manipulating social media, when you do made it as a joke. Imagine if you really had the money behind it to push the value and advertising and influence. Check this out. Influence big companies and big time people to really buy shit.
So I'm saying.
But you took that risk of taking his whole life savings and dumping it in the village for it.
Everyone's telling me not to do it. And all of these people around that don't do it, but
You can find people that have their effective, but it's just like you said, surround yourself with people who are like giving you that positive information. What's going on there? Everybody wants to get rich at the end. There's no negative way to get rich.
it's that's it right there. But that's the thing. I think. I feel like because there's people that can actually manipulate the market, and you can't manipulate the market. It's like you're sort of like trying to interpret the shadows of people moving. That you can see the shadows, you can't see the actual movement. You don't know where they're going to go.
Put any time or even like setting up a you have. So you have
Yeah. I used to work in finance, and I used to have. No, I'm not. I mean, I had a forex account.
But that's day trading.
Not it. You could day trade it, or you could hold it for a while.
Exactly. I met someone that's been doing it
You had a
whenever
long
this
strategy.
started like in 2012. And what everybody's worried about is the reason why it's coming up now and it's so talked about is because they're trying to figure out how to make it tax money. But all of these people are getting long term. They're making it in all of these like
They can tax it. Are you still talking about Bitcoin?
or not Bitcoin, but just like cryptocurrencies in general. So like it's basically like a portal. Like you're saying, all of these companies that you're investing in actually have value. Like there's something called VeChain. VeChain is kind of like this barcode or something like this little symbol here. It's something. It's like RFID. It's like an RFID tracker, I guess you could say. So what it basically does is it tells you from the time of origin it was created to like getting it to right there. So if you wanted to look up something about it, you just scan it. Some people let read it. Maybe it'll be a video, whatever the case because what the future holds. But you're investing into projects like that now. Companies like Walmart are actually buying these things because they serve for like certification. It's a lot into these projects. It's just how much you research into it. Bitcoin is just like its currency value. There's some things where there's cryptocurrency for companies that have markets.
Have one.
You're still investing, so
Definitely.
you're still being taxed on it, though. At the end of the day, if you pull it out and you notice your what's the word for it?
Your capital.
Your capital gains, then you get taxed for that amount. So you do get taxed for currency.
Everybody's getting taxed, but it's a way to make money. It's like
But it's still, so you're getting taxed because you're making money.
It's true, but everything you do that you have is whatever you make money. That's like the downfall of this game.
Yeah, crypto is interesting.
My point is that there's not really you can research it as much as you want, but because you can't predict the players in the market necessarily, right? So you're chasing shadows of giants. As much research as you want, you'll never know what giants will go. You see what I'm saying? So not to say you can't make money, but you can also make money gambling. You can also so it's a form of gambling that you can. You know, there's good poker players and there's shitty poker players as well as good shit, right? So there's investors that can play the technical trades. You know, they look at the way that, because really, let's face it, the way that people trade Bitcoin isn't fundamentally different than forex trading for different currencies, because you're basically trading Bitcoin against the dollar, right? It's how much does Bitcoin in dollars? I mean, unless you do Bitcoin versus pound, it's always some kind of parity. You see what I'm saying? So it's no different than yen versus dollar. It moves the same. It does shit. It just maybe it's more volatile. The point that I was getting at, there's also no fundamentals really behind it. What is it? It's data. It's chains of data. That's it. Right? And it's people scouring over this sort of trend to be part of the ownership of the blockchain data.
You can also
think about it.
Too,
you can use it for certain things. Sure. That again is your ability to purchase something that's
It's a person.
that isn't can't be replaced, right?
It's basically this cryptocurrency. What I look like is a legalized black market. Realistically,
I mean, I don't know. It's the point of there the regulatory bodies haven't caught up with crypto yet. You know, it takes some time to do shit like that. Even though crypto's been been around for a while,
but you know what would
they,
It
they
wasn't
didn't take
profitable
it. They didn't take it serious
you know
as a
what would
way
accelerate
to.
it? The economy crash.
It might. But the crypto is so volatile. Yeah, it's so volatile that you can't use it as you can't depend on it. Would you want your life savings in crypto? You know what I mean? It goes up and down so crazy. You go have a heart attack. You know? I mean, if you're
There's
an
a way
old
to be in
retired
crypto and
person,
still have it. Like,
If you have money and have a lot of crypto, then it makes sense to hold on to it. But if you ain't got money and you need it, you're gonna pull all that crypto out. And what does that do? Just drop the price of crypto.
yeah,
It ain't dropping the price of the dollar so much.
we could have crypto and then we can have stocks. We can have
right? A well-diversified
Yeah.
portfolio. But a lot of people don't have the luxury of that, and they're trying to invest in crypto and try to get money and take it. But that's the thing. Again, the research. What do you research? It's like they. To me, it's not that much different than researching the weather. How much do they research? And they have technology. They throw airplanes and balloons and shit at the cloud, and they still can't predict that shit exactly. You know what I mean? They can get a general idea, and your research can get you a general idea. But
you could be right or wrong.
But
the
it's
same way that it'll say it's 7% chance of rain.
Yeah, and then
Jacksonville
bam!
every day, and it's fucking raining.
I think, Mark, well, you gotta think. Planes that fly chemtrails that create clouds that produce rain.
Either way, then you think that the weather people could factor that in by now?
I mean, in theory, yeah, they could research flight patterns and
They could factor that in by now, right? But they still don't, right? So all the research and da da da. So to me, yeah, you could research, and then you're caught off guard. Oh, I didn't know. I mean, how was I supposed
you can
to
lose
predict?
millions of dollars.
How was I supposed to know that Prince William said this and this about Dogecoin, and that sent Bitcoin up in a spiral upward that I should have got into it? I didn't know. You see what I mean? It's like you can research as much as you want, and some dumb fuck says some dumb fuck shit, and next thing you know, so that's what I'm saying. It's built on fog.
Yeah, you gotta be watching.
It's backed by fog, basically.
You gotta watch everything.
You know what is?
To invest properly, you have to have your hand in like everything around it. You have to know what the investment companies are doing towards that, like Tesla taking Bitcoin.
Actually, there is a way to do that. There's a legal way to do that. I'm glad you asked. Somebody actually sent me the website to it. It's on this phone. I dropped it. But there's a link where they have to file with the government, or I think it's called the SEC, if I'm wrong.
Yeah, Security Exchange Commission.
Exactly what they're going to be doing, their plans. So a lot of these companies that you're investing in, you could physically type them up. They have to share. Tesla can do the same thing as I mentioned. We can figure out everything coming out with Tesla by date. Yeah. Because they have to report this to someone, and it's public information at the end of the day. A lot of people don't know about the SEC. A lot of people.
Yeah, but even then, there are people that may know stuff before the SEC filings, for instance, insiders.
Very true, and that's also the game.
Right.
It's a fine line with everything.
So but those rules were in place because there were people that were doing a bunch of shenanigans and stuff. So you have to make a lot of that stuff public. If you're going to publicly trade shares, you know, it's Securities Act of 1934. Regulates secondary market, stock trading and stuff like that.
I looked a little bit into what you said about investing into the treasury. How can you do that?
Yeah, you can buy treasury bonds or notes or that kind of stuff.
I was like, I know that they offer that.
TBC. Yeah,
I don't know the Facebook for Mr. J's right now.
Yeah, but who's got, like, you guys would have to share it to people.
It's cold.
Snapchat.
It's getting
Do
to
this
that.
thing. Here, send it that way.
How would I?
You log into something that
I don't have a Twitter. My Facebook is just like.
what? There's Facebook. You can log in if you want.
I don't want to put my Facebook on there.
You can delete it. You can delete it.
Know my Facebook.
No.
Cut it
I
out.
don't know my log.
Delete it out. We're not gonna log into your
I'm
damn
not on
You
Facebook
can't-
mainstream enough. I don't post my life on Facebook.
We'll post somebody else's one day. We'll get the suggestions set up. It's the first session. We're trying to
Nobody's.
get
Hey,
everything.
hey, look, we're lucky we have one person watching. I don't know who's watching. Get on the live chat and let us know who's watching. What do you guys want to talk? What is
a like?
what does the one person out there want? Yeah, they might not be. Yeah, crypto. I think that's. I don't know. There's a lot.
Let's talk about some projects that we have going.
I think some shit's gonna fall apart.
I looked in the auto there. You got 3-inch lip. What is it, 20 or 4-inch lip?
We still got the Mercedes that we're working on. Got some drift cars coming into the shop soon.
Got my piece of big drift car sitting outside.
Trying to convince them not to have a one anymore. The Red Rocket.
Yes.
No, I'm staying with that rocket. She got some fixed up where it idles now. So soon, back to being trustworthy.
We have a grand opening soon, hopefully as well.
Over for that.
We got a program on.
Dude, man. Oh damn.
What else was I talking about?
You got population control.
Population control.
That's
There's a
the
company.
part.
There's a company doing something called population control.
Who's talking about that? Bonds?
You familiar with population control or a company flow?
Man, this is hard.
How do you feel about population control?
It's gonna happen.
I mean, we're in a population. I personally feel we're in a dome.
That's
Well, like The Simpsons.
100%. I think they show us how life is and how we laugh at it, but it's what it is.
I don't know about
I mean,
secretly or I think some
facts.
factual.
Like why factually? What are some facts?
Like you really believe it's like an actual dome.
How though?
Like the Earth is a dome.
Definitely.
Like one of the shake-up domes.
I don't think it's a shake-up dome. Every time I tell somebody this, they're like, "Oh man, you're crazy." I don't personally care, but like as a pilot, I've been in the air, and one of the key things is they tell you keep the dash of the plane level with the horizon. Now, never in my life going from terrain to terrain, like you fly right, like you know what I'm saying. You're physically defying the gravity in this plane, but never do I have to go up anywhere to like get anywhere on this planet. You see what I'm saying? Never do I have
You're
to.
flying higher usually than
Exactly.
Makes more of the
And then never do I have to like turn. I just only go out in flight pattern and in the there's a system where it shows you.
So you have no pitch, is basically what you're saying, and you're just consistently at the same.
Yeah, and then you're adjusting basically your flaps to compensate for the air changes and flow. So because you're basically trying to keep this thing level going through the air and using the motor that obviously powers you through. So I've never had to turn the plane downward. So why I say all this is because I think that it's flat.
That's because the way the airplane works is the center of gravity is held by the wings, right? And it holds up the center of gravity. The center of gravity is always a little bit forward of the wings. That's how you design an airplane. Right? And so as you go forward on the Earth, the center of gravity is always sort of, quote unquote, falling forward as the airplane is flying. And that's what keeps it going.
Then I guess you could apply that theory to a car, because a car may, whenever you're
Like a road looks like it's flat, but if you keep going and going and going forever, it's compensating in a small way that it's imperceptible to you, but is
But a road is
compensating
also
for
in a
the.
quarantine area because if you get on the highway, now you're above it all, and you just have your curves and change. It's all,
Yeah, but it's
you know
still
what I'm saying? A big
it's
base.
still within it's still working within the curvature of the earth. You see what I mean? When you start going on overpasses and stuff, you're wildly deviating.
Think
And that's
about
a
it like
man-made
this.
thing. You know?
Why are we not exposed to knowing much more about the earth? Not because it's not developed, you know what I'm saying? Because now, pretty soon, they're going to be releasing that they have UFOs. That's been a big topic that everybody's been talking about.
Yeah.
They're finally showing us these objects that defy gravity, and basically they're able to
Go from air to water. That's
exactly
crazy.
at the same
And I guess apparently space too,
and
or
descend
something.
at rapid speeds, like go 80,000 miles, like just down, or 80,000 feet per
Talk about how he
distance.
thinks the Earth is flat and aluminum built. That's what we're talking about.
Yeah, I don't agree with that, but we were talking about.
It's a tough one to swallow. Like I was like crazy as fuck. You know?
Well, it's because it's
But
not
just
true.
like
That's what makes it crazy. No, it's not though. But
because they
it's not.
control. If you think about all of this, all right.
Like, are the other
You watch
planets
Hunger
flat?
Games?
Flat Earth.
No. I think it's like it's wide as hell, 100%. Like how we saw like a whole big sheet. Yeah.
I agree that they can manipulate anything.
Yeah, I mean, they can make, if they wanted us to believe the earth was flat, they can make
They
it.
they
So
could.
they're gonna make
They could try, but there's
Maps
ways,
have been altered.
There's
There's
ways
like
that you
maps that
can,
look at look
like,
completely different.
like for instance, I did a podcast about this, but like Carl Sagan did back when he was doing fucking Cosmos, right before what's his name started doing Cosmos. What's his name? Nah, the dude, Neil deGrasse Tyson started doing the Cosmos series. But anyway, Carl Sagan did it instead. And he talked about like this ancient mathematician that went from Alexandria to like another city and noted that the on the same day, the what's it called? The shadow in one place was different than the shadow in another place on the same day on a different year, right? And he pondered that and wondered why is that the case. And he calculated that basically the circumference of the Earth by comparing the shadows from those two different places. You see what I'm saying? When people question the veracity of the roundness and the spherical nature of the Earth, I asked them, have you gone through the same mathematical steps that this ancient man did to figure out that the Earth was round thousands of years ago? Yeah. Yeah. And it proves that the Earth is round.
You did the whole equation.
Yeah, in high school. I don't remember how to do it now, but in high school, yeah, I did it.
Could you do it again?
Yeah. It's like trigonometry.
Who doesn't say the equation? That's something like that.
Yeah. Like
Because when you
It's
see
what's
it with
used
your
to
eyes, like
calculate the shit that launches the satellites that work with your GPS on your phone and work all the shit that you're the technology.
You know what could make
All of
you
the
know what could
things
make
that
the Earth
I'm
seem
talking about.
round, make me seem like some people.
I mean,
It was a
people
real
design
life
satellites.
like I feel like the sea and they have to put so much stress and control.
I mean, you've
trying
been
to
in an
hide
airplane
properties.
and you're saying all of this.
They got the property mapped down by section, all that shit. So if they got it like that, I know it could be.
Have you
much
controlled
bigger.
this? And you think this is you're flying around in or
There's things called the Bermuda Triangle that people don't know about. They don't come back from. If you see some shit like,
so?
why would you?
So what? That doesn't mean we live in a dome.
Okay, hear me out on this one. So you talked about what was it? What was it?
Like Copernicus
Satellites,
was
okay?
talking about how the Earth was round,
The dome gives a mirror
and he
effect.
figured out
So if they're using this
our
mirror
orbit
effect, you see what I'm saying? However high up
around the
dome
sun.
goes, correct? I feel like the sun controls sometimes. In an all tinted car, that shit looks like a big circle.
So
And the moon comes in, and then it sometimes looks like a perfectly carved circle.
so what? What is
So
that?
the sun is the moon is
They're
a
always
hole.
up in shit out there. It's always like for so high. I feel like this is a big game. Like, this
I don't know if he's serious. I think he's fine.
I don't get it. I
He's
don't know. I
trolling
think
us
he's
right
strong.
now.
I think he's strong. Maybe. I don't know. No, I don't think he is. I think he's serious. I think he's because he said it. People think he's crazy when he
This my
says it.
point, bro. Until I go out of space, until I die,
Yeah.
until I do those things that nobody's ever done, bro, I can't call it.
Yeah.
I can't call it. And
Yeah.
you can do all the math
You know,
equations you want and shit. Look at all the pictures. And, I mean, they do run satellites and do run spaceships. So, some of that footage gotta be real.
The information is going backwards. Like, we can't access the information that was back then and then happening like down the date as we can now. All we can access is drama and
I think
death.
I think there's a breakdown of institutions and nobody.
That's true, too.
You know what I mean? So even science as an institution is untrustworthy.
The science can be made fast.
And they're proving to find science wrong consistently.
Well, that's part of science, though, is to always find the new thing because there's always back on the table. Maybe, I guess it was an idea of ether, and if you had a headache, you would drill your head to let out the humors and shit back in the 1800s. So, I mean, of course, that shit was real, but that's part of science is to figure out and bump in the night and figure shit out and then correct your wrong, right? You know what I mean? But we're at a point where we can't trust even that. Right? But I don't know.
I'm not saying burn wrong. I ain't saying you're right.
Yeah.
All
I'm saying you're
I
wrong.
don't know.
I'm confidently saying that you're wrong about
Whatever happens,
dome, flat, like,
because if you're up in the air,
physics
fly
doesn't make
planes
sense.
off.
I flew in planes often. Yeah. I
So
did
what about
fly
the
a
plane?
plane once
What
or
about
twice in my life.
what about it being in the plane? Do you feel like shows?
Okay. There's like, I wish I could take a picture of it. You know how much time they've
How high
designed?
did you go in your plane?
40,000, 50,000 feet. I've been planes.
Mm-hmm.
Like Cessnas.
No, more than Cessnas. So I've had pictures of this shit. Videos too. I can show you. No. I used to work at a flight school for 3 years at Pompano, KPMP, Nation Airport. 3 years, yeah. So I did that.
I mean, I flew to Japan. I've flown to Japan like back and forth like 6 or 7
But
times.
did you fly the
over?
plane?
No, but I
What were
looked
you
out
doing
the
in the
window.
plane? Oh, the whole time?
Sure, most of the time I almost always have window seats. I demand
But that's what I'm asking because flying a plane and riding in a plane is
Two different
Right. But I have
So
flown in
when
a
I'm flying
Cessna.
the
I've
plane,
flown the
what I
Cessna.
see in front of
So how much different is it?
But really, how much
Driving
difference
a car and
is
seeing
and
that?
looking
I
outside?
think you completely different.
Because you're a lot higher
Flying
in the
a
air,
plane
so
just
You're
you're
not
like
higher in the
flying.
air as a pilot
you have
versus
to learn
no,
That's
from flying a
what
car
you're-
or from flying a plane and driving a car. That's what I'm saying.
No, it's
But you still notice
still
going
in the
up and
plane.
down on the
You still
fucking
know
hill,
that's
right?
what's happening.
That's true. But when you
It's
fly,
not a
everything
screen.
you look flat.
Yeah.
It's not a screen.
You know what I'm saying?
No, but you see the curvature of the Earth. When you're
Okay.
flying over the
Definitely.
ocean, you see
Definitely.
the
And
curvature
as
of
you
the
get
Earth.
lower and lower and lower, you see what the fuck they concave. Yeah, sure.
What?
What they've made, man-made. A lot of man has made this. Man have made pyramids.
So you thought it was just like one
They
guy?
got-
You think the all of the continents and the beaches and all of that's all man-made?
I truly feel like we're in the jungle. Yes, sir. I truly feel like we're in the
But
jungle.
based on the evidence of based on what?
I've
I
seen
mean, a
some
lot of
things-
people believe that we're in like a flat
We've
Earth.
done some research.
There's
I've
a
been
lot
in
of people
a
that
plane.
think that.
Whenever you're in the air, I swear to God, you can get in a low horsepower Cessna. You can get from here to Miami in an hour and a half. It takes 5 hours because as you're flying above in a straight path, you may got to change for directions, different air spaces. What you're learning about flying is easy as fuck. I promise you. Everyone in this room could do it. It's not hard at all. It's just a fear in our head. The hard part about flying is the regulation. You have to stay out of people's way. You can't go here. You can't go there. They got some shit going on here. You fly too high here. Get out the way here.
But how does that tell you that the Earth's not flat?
Okay. actually going straight forward, or if you have to move out the way, it's always just left, right, straight. The earth, the way that man has developed all the roadways and highways to make us think, oh yeah, you go to Atlanta, you see how the road dip down because of the terrain. Every terrain is different.
Yeah, the terrain's different, but
You
there's
see what I'm
still a sea level, which is the general
Exactly. And I'm not saying that
level.
this is all fake. I'm saying nature is real. We're experiencing that every day.
What's the man in it for? What are you talking about?
I think it's all closed off and dome that they perfectly control. There's things
So
that we
you
can't.
think the hills were made by man and shit like that crap?
So how they break the atmosphere? How they break it into space?
And that's why we're now
They
learning
made
about
them.
these
They fake
UFOs
the
that
Rocky
here that we can
Mountains.
see
They
that they
fake.
can't
That's all
make
fake.
no country on this. Jim,
But that's
it
the
defies everything.
explanation of flat Earth is never typical.
That's fact. Now. That's not even all. That's fact.
So
We
they just
have
made they constructed it all. With what
we
label?
have-
When did they do
So
this?
they put it in domes, keep objects and shit like
When
that.
did the dome? Who constructed the
If
dome?
this thing somehow, I don't know who constructed. If I
Was
personally,
it like God?
I don't know.
Was it the United States?
If I could look it up, if they gave me the clearance to I could search it up,
Maybe
my,
the atmosphere is like a dome.
Like
It's like
Occam's
a,
razor.
yeah,
maybe because you gotta break the atmosphere.
enter airspace.
It's airspace.
This levels to this shit.
How do you see the curvature? How do
You get far enough up, you can see the curvature of the Earth because the Earth is so big compared to us. We're so
You're
small.
not going that high
compared to
because
Earth.
there's two
But they
things.
prove it on spaceships.
There's
You
two
can see pictures.
things that no.
Yeah,
You know
that's what
why?
I'm saying.
Because
But-
it's a reflection. It's a reflection. So like that's what I was talking about with the satellites. So as they point the cameras down, you see the whole scope. You see what I'm saying? That's what the Earth is
No,
round.
they
You see
go they go
What about the
around the whole Earth.
Why can't
Yeah.
you see underneath the Earth? If the
Because
Earth
There's
is
a
dark.
down,
sphere. There's no underneath the sphere.
how?
Because
On
there's no
this
underneath
land?
of a sphere. Right. Who defines up and down?
Hey, what about the video of the dude who
Seriously,
base
what's
jumped
up
from
and
outer
down?
space, and they have a full video of him base jumping from outer space back to land. You know what I mean?
At the top of the dome, yeah. The sky.
But the
You
Earth
can be in
is
the middle
round.
of the air.
But the Earth is round enough.
Are you saying that all
You
of
just
the
fall into
you're saying all of the Mars stuff and all of the
I say
satellites
all
that
of
are
that
sent out into
exists.
space aren't
I
don't
say we
exist?
can't get to it right now because we don't have the money and the means to it. If we could afford
The money and means to what? Break through the who made this dome?
I couldn't tell you that.
Captors?
Yes.
Like,
slaves.
Like I don't know, man. I don't know what kind of Marvel
Yeah, you
universe
can
shit
watch-
this
you
is.
can watch
I
it.
don't know.
It's the bottom of the sphere, right?
I think
Yeah,
control, man.
that's the bottom.
That's the very bottom.
That's like
And then the North Pole,
Our
top of the
education
sphere.
system is
and it's cold. Both are cold.
This man is bad.
But nobody lives there. Nobody habitates there.
well, there's
Yeah.
parts of Antarctica that you can't even touch
Because you know why?
It's like what?
Because you know what's out there?
military bases.
Yeah.
At the end of the dome.
No. Hard.
Right.
If
But
you
this is
wanna
the thing,
look
like,
up, there's a company called
We
Hard.
don't sit on the bottom of the earth. We sit like on the side of the earth.
I can't believe that you think that shit.
There is
I'm
okay.
I'm talking about what are you saying? You sit like if you look
You
at the
watching too
sphere,
many
it has to be
No,
a
no,
side,
yeah,
it has to
yeah.
be a bottom.
Yeah.
What's up with the bottom? The very bottom, like how do you
Well, it supposedly gets the
Gravity
least
and
amount
shit
of
like
sun, right?
Right.
Which the sun warms our universe. So if it is a sphere and
Well,
it's turning, Antarctica is not going to get, enough
Enough sun.
sun to warm it
No,
up.
I understand, man. I'm gonna tell you something.
Right.
I'm saying what's holding everything at the bottom and the top.
So
There's always ground.
and we have physical spaceships and we can see with our eyes. They're going to give us the information about this. Well, somebody they're going to give the information about.
So hard.
HARP, if you want to look it up, actually does a contract that after 50 years they would educate the public on what HARP was, but it was a facility where they manufactured and genetically modified atmosphere and weather. That's why I said they control the weather because there's a facility where they legally said that's my connection to it. That's
Why don't we have an idea what the fucking weather's going to be for a month or two?
They
And
do.
somebody knows,
They predict that shit for a good 3 months.
Well,
Who's
it's
that?
not right.
Who's that?
but it's all a calendar. We
It's
get into
always
the
like
military
this
side of
unknown.
it.
You know what I mean, bro? I think they've been controlling the weather and they lost control. So they have to steady manipulate. They got to steady send different type of chemicals in there.
Correct.
Steady send different type of shit to keep the shit from going astray, bro.
Because it's all
They didn't fuck
closed
with it
off.
for so much. Yeah.
It's a dome. There's only 2 ways to clear the dome. Open it up and you see some shit.
Who's in control of that?
I couldn't. I'm not the president.
You talking about weather?
The president gets to know who's in control of it, so Trump knows who's in control of the
Oh,
dome.
Biden now.
Biden
Biden
knows
knows.
the
He-
dome.
he's a
Oh
elected
shit, we
official,
don't want
but-
him on control of the
You
dome.
can probably get a source of. We don't have the clearance. I don't have the clearance.
Did they teach you this
I
in
mean, there's
school?
secret society.
No,
Where
they
did you
don't
learn
teach
about
you
this
this in
dome?
school.
Where did you learn about the
Research
dome? YouTube?
His own
Yes.
theories.
Have you researched the dome?
Did you run into the dome in your airplane?
Maybe once or
That
twice.
was Jay. Chill, man. Yeah.
Maybe once or twice.
Maybe once or twice.
Yeah. I'm
What
telling you.
would you experience? Turbulence?
He was like,
I'll tell you what. Let's put it like this.
Oh, man.
We'll see.
You know what I'm saying? I don't know about the dome shit and all that. I ain't saying, bro. I ain't saying, bro. This is my point, bro.
flip to the high.
It's a lot of shit we don't know, bro. We don't
Yeah.
understand. Like,
Yeah.
we doing math problems.
You know what I'm saying?
There's
It's a lot of
shit.
uneducated people who don't know information. I don't know that shit.
Hey,
You don't think they control the weather, Jackson?
I don't know, man. I think
You
it's.
don't think they make hurricanes, bro?
I mean, possibly,
You don't
but
think they
the
don't
insurance.
manipulate hurricanes?
No, I don't think so.
It's
I
okay.
think
He didn't take the time to research it, so he. But if you see it with his eyes, you'll be like, okay.
no, that just means
I think
you
that
read
they
some
experimented on it. I
Reading
don't
some
doubt that
shit
at
you
all.
saw on the
I just
interwebs
don't
is
know
not
if they would
research.
control it.
That doesn't mean any special research.
We don't
Look.
have the clearance. We're civilians. That's why we're called.
So but you get the research though,
Do you believe they can make
right?
it
'Cause
rain
you
when they
know,
want
'cause
to?
you got the
Oh
research.
yeah, yeah. I mean, like I said, it's probably all a chemical thing, but
That's what I'm saying. So you don't think they can put different chemicals in the air and even in the ocean to change the current and change the way the air?
Who's paying for all this?
possibly.
Us.
We are.
For who? For what? To what end?
I mean, who's to know where your technology go, bro?
What if the Earth was dry if they didn't make it rain?
Exactly.
I don't know. Maybe.
They gotta keep making
Maybe they
it.
can't. That's what I'm saying. Maybe they fuck the weather where it don't rain really, don't they, bro?
I don't think that.
Why
they,
fuck
they're-
with the rain? Why
They
fuck with the rain?
because
No,
the
so
weather's
dry,
the
no,
weather's
dry,
crazy
dry.
as it is because of all the shit we're doing. Look, if you believe in the butterfly effect,
Look at all the
right?
trees.
Chaos theory, and the butterfly
Nowadays,
effect,
there
right?
was trees before.
What's that? You guys
Okay,
know
but look
butterfly
at like
effect?
how
Yes.
they look. You know, they're already
Right.
dying.
So what is it?
Isn't that where you think of one thing and it is? a
No,
total
it's like
opposite?
the idea of the butterfly effect is chaos theory, saying that, like that
Yeah.
the wing beat of a butterfly somewhere in like the Amazon might lead to a
Think about it like
to a
this.
typhoon.
All information that
in
we know about
Japan,
this place is already
something like
discovered. There's
right?
nothing new on
So-
this planet changing because somebody has already.
There's
they
some
already
new
know
things.
You can still learn plant life. You can still learn.
Definitely,
still
that's
a
the
lot of
elemental
insects.
thing.
We don't know
Yeah,
And we
everything
are
about
banned
everything.
making it engineering. And stuff.
I think that's pretty hubristic to think that man has conquered and knows everything about the universe.
Not the universe, about
There's-
this planet.
I don't
Earth.
think that.
Not even
No,
planet Earth.
You're like-
That we can't recreate life.
What?
Yeah,
They're cloning me.
they can't recreate, just spontaneously recreate life.
Yeah,
From nothing.
So,
That's why you have a
You
lot of
can't just
soulless people
recreate.
on this planet.
yeah,
You
the,
can't tell
the
me
Nick's
they're not.
ginger. That's why he's so much.
Yeah.
That was a joke. Yeah, I got that. But nah, I don't. I mean, not even the clone thing. Like what are you talking about, man? Tell me you don't think Gucci's a clone.
I don't. Whenever I say clone, I don't mean like celebrities. I mean like certain times there's certain people on this earth that we don't have the clearance to know that people are dead.
But why the hell would they clone anybody? There's no one in this
I'm
world
not
that's more
there.
important enough to clone.
We don't
For
know that person.
reasons.
We're distracted with our everyday life and our system that they got us in. Look at how life's set up. You go to school, you this, that. It's all in order. People have different ways on how they try and stay status, and that's what we all try and do. But like, unless you get to the ups, there's a what is it called? There's the royal families that run this world. What is it?
You have,
You want some information? I can give you information. I'm not.
you have,
I'm
you have different groups like that.
Exactly.
I think that's like
It's a third eye.
Yeah, exactly.
What's that shit called?
And then you have who are they? The
Illuminati people and
Freemasons.
stuff.
Yep.
I've run into all that shit. So hold on.
Yeah, but I think that's like.
I mean, there probably are.
No.
There's
Freemasons
people-
not.
Look, if
Freemasons aren't
you
fiction.
got money, you can
Neither is the
manipulate.
Illuminati.
How
Yeah,
much?
that it's not.
How much in real money do you think it costs to put a hit on somebody?
You can get it done for free.
In real money, though.
Depends on where you from. We from
No, I'm-
Duval, man.
Yeah, right. Get someone to $100.
Hold on. I'm talking about.
Question.
Look, let me qualify. I'm not just talking about any hoodlums. I'm talking about these people.
Yeah, 2 people.
We got 2 people. What's up, 2 people? Jump on the live chat. Tell us what you think. What's up? Ask us some questions. We would love to respond. Not hoodlums. I'm talking about like.
Okay, this is the first one. Yes.
What is that? Is
Chop
that someone in the
screw.
butt? Is that someone doing
It's
something?
AI.
What is this? What is?
Robot.
Oh, what about it?
Exactly. What about it? A bunch of people, a bunch of guests we can tell about. Pictures of 1,000 words.
It could also be. It could be 1,000 fakes.
Okay.
I'm just saying that.
I
Look,
feel
it could be whatever those things. It could be out.
you like it.
everything.
There's all that stuff.
CIA.gov, not .com,
I
not
don't trust shit. You trust shit. that CIA put-
Not plugs into their own fucking country.
One time of the introduction, I am pleased to acknowledge to present this book for those of the world who love. This is a book for lovers of the truth. This is a book for those who are already familiar with my past writings and Illuminati Grandmaster once said that the world is a stage and we all are actors. Of course, this was not an original thought, but uncertainty is the way of describing the Illuminati view of how the world works. People of the world are an audience to which the Illuminati entertain with propaganda.
Did someone say
But it's
that?
okay. Java.
Is that us?
That's the name of it.
But I don't trust nothing. But you see that they control a little bit of everything. So they literally just say that they
Yeah,
entertain us.
And they
We're
can
always
entertain you with
what
them
we
fucking
see.
pictures too. So what? You just proved my point. What? You're a sucker that they're talking about? Okay, 230 what pages of that? You're a sucker that they're talking about because you believe the picture that they put out?
I just took the time to read what it was.
I'm just saying, though. Of course,
what I
it's
said.
propaganda. Of
Who
course.
say believe him? Who say believe the person who
course.
makes your page?
That's
You know
what I
what I
mean?
mean? Who say believe him?
Because the
What gives them
equation's
That's true.
provable. The equation's provable with math.
How
Mathematics.
math? That's what I'm saying. Math, numbers.
It's a universal system.
Numbers are.
Yeah.
Numbers are. I don't feel like
Right.
letters are.
What does that say?
Well, I mean, the letters represent variables or other things. You know,
Right.
as you get into more and more complex math. It's
Right.
hard.
But it looks different. It looks different in Japanese. It looks
This is a
different.
good one.
You know what I'm saying?
I
It means a different thing in Japanese.
It still translates. The mathematical concepts are the same regardless of what language you speak. That's the thing about math that's crazy. The sciences or botany or anything, you would translate the same concept in whatever language you want. It's the same.
So you know,
The flower still develops in whatever language, regardless of us. We are irrelevant. Humans are irrelevant. Our language is irrelevant to science. It exists before humans. We simply discover what already exists. You gotta think about that. We don't create shit. We don't really create or understand. We uncover what already exists. You know what I'm saying? Electricity always exists.
right.
These math computations, that all this technology and capacity, the capability to do that existed, and we
100%.
unlocked that capacity. You know what I'm saying?
I don't disagree with you on that.
You know, with physical things that
That's why I say there's an order
to our knowledge, right? For now, to our knowledge, for now.
I didn't understand how important the periodic table really was, bro.
Yeah.
Bro.
It breaks down the chemical elements, like how the chemical different molecules are. Other people.
Yeah.
Oh, is it?
No,
You guys are the ones that saw.
no, it's me, but I'm talking to 2 other people.
Oh, 2 people watching.
Yeah, it's Chris. I'm sure.
How come it's not showing up on the live chat?
I don't know.
Is there comments on it?
It should.
Yeah.
If it's it should be. Why isn't it not showing up?
Somebody said, "Damn, that Indian dude is sexy." Yeah, probably. You know,
You
Chris.
better get the indie. Where's yeah, I don't see the show. Is it something on a setting on this?
No, it's Chris.
It says the connection sucks.
Yeah, we need to go there.
We know it's Chris if he speaks about
That's it.
I think it works. I think it works just like
yeah, we got a light, so that shit might be Chris.
Look,
We got a
this
light.
is here's one. I
think it's visual.
through my lifetime, I've been exposed to some chemistry, a lot of physics. My brother's a theoretical physicist. He designs, when they smash atoms, he designs the apparatus that like collects the data and particles basically that show what is the atom made of.
So he makes a container for it.
A dome.
Yes, in fact, somewhat like
So,
a dome.
so he knows how to make a dome.
Yeah.
Everybody knows how to make a dome.
Oh my God.
God damn,
Right.
right?
But he talks about stuff like where this particle is supposed to hit an electron, which then excites,
You
so
see how he
creates
get into it?
where he creates an electron cascade, and then that it sets off.
I mean, I'm like kind of
And then
torn to
that-
believe shit like that
You know,
over somebody built a giant dome over us.
I mean,
We're in dome.
he
That's why
can
they
explain what he's trying to
You seen
do,
it on movies.
what they're trying to do.
That's true. You
to
know,
entertain.
But
Anything like
you
you
just
say, if you don't on Earth, you uncover shit that's already there. You know what I'm saying? So they don't do shit on TV, make movies a certain way, and not be able to do it. Bro. Fiction is fiction, but you create it. You can create it in
Oh,
there.
but you can create fiction.
I
for
mean,
sure, all
there's
day.
people that fly through the fucking
But
sky in
science
movies.
is
That shit ain't
different.
happening for real.
Science is
I mean,
not.
I mean, they have the
I mean-
capability of making like Iron Man and
Well, you
shit.
really
but-
can.
Hey, there is.
Yeah, you really can have a suit.
There are jetpack suits
I
out
mean,
there.
but
Yeah,
it's
but
not
they're like not
Iron
as
Man,
compact as
not like
fucking
the
Iron
same.
Man.
Nah,
Yeah,
it
no.
depends on how much money you have.
I mean, the motherfucker can glide. I done seen a bitch glide through the mountains with some shit just on
The
there.
wingsuits.
Yeah, so
But that's
I
not
heard
flying. You're gliding like a
And
plane.
you can't carry around a bunch of armament and da 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 with that kind of stuff.
Yeah,
Might
imagine
be
the
able to get
fuel
it in
that
a
it would take to
briefcase.
fucking.
What if
make
a
that
movie
shit.
was one big ad for what you could buy if you had enough money?
Oh, that sucks.
Well,
It's already becoming that. Movies already got so much plug of shit, like
I like that.
of
That
stuff.
made me feel good. That answer made me feel good.
What?
That people have enough money to buy whatever they want.
So you
Oh,
say
what's
you
wrong
say
with that?
no.
No, I mean,
that
you
said
can have
that's
whatever.
already happening. So
Yeah.
that's already happening.
Movies now
Whenever you
are,
get rich, you gonna see.
dude,
Yeah,
Transformers are like a
shit.
GM commercial. Look at them, all GM cars. They come in looking like a damn ad. Oh, we're doing a chase scene. Camaro.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, oh, but it's like
They don't
talking-
do it like that. Though.
Exactly. Well, I mean, this just happened. It happened for a long time. They're more and more subtle, but they'll throw a Jaguar here and there, or fucking
Suburban
Aston
messaging
Martin
has it.
Right,
is always
right,
associated
right,
with James Bond now.
Yeah.
There's product placement, product association now,
Conditional program.
conditional programming. They manipulate us through our entertainment. You know, all that.
How? That's what I'm saying. I
The
don't know.
CIA and all these people, they
I just
they
said. I just.
they
How
clear.
you tell me that I told you something about the CIA that got me? You was like, I don't believe it.
I didn't say that. I said that they're manipulating you.
Yeah, that's what he said.
That's what I said. Okay, sure, whatever. I just don't believe that shit.
You
You're the one
didn't
that's
believe the
off.
flat Earth theory.
I didn't
God
believe
damn.
the little Android shit that you showed was a.
I just feel like we're in it.
They made that
Oh,
some
God.
kind of birthday
Get the fuck
cake
out of here with
or
this
some
dome,
shit.
man.
Come on now.
There you go.
That's why they were able to do COVID so well.
Oh, man.
Oh,
They know they were
God.
on the plan. That's what. Like, why
Bro.
we gotta wait so long to? It's one big story, but like, why we? I feel like these are the years 2021. We're
I
about
want
to
to see
have
what the comments
self-driving
says.
electric
How
cars.
come we can't see the comments?
Oh, no. But
They're not.
Back to the future. I said, this
What
is
are they
like
saying?
the world really about to be.
he said the moon real.
What?
He's asking to Josh if he thinks that the moon is real.
Yeah, I do think the moon is real.
100%.
It's real. What's it made out of?
Really didn't go to the moon.
I
They said-
don't know.
Okay, don't know.
I-
That's
You
fair.
believe,
That's
you
fair
believe
assessment.
Lance Armstrong was the first dude on the moon?
I don't know who.
I don't
whatever.
believe that either.
I think we could have gone.
But it wasn't Lance Armstrong. It was
He's the first American.
Lance Armstrong was the bike rider first.
That's right, Neil Armstrong.
Yeah.
Hey, Rod.
Hey, we don't.
But you know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about.
But it was Buzz Aldrin.
Charger. I heard about
Was it buzz off?
Yeah.
I don't even.
But,
I think that there you go.
No, I know.
I don't see why we.
hey, Lance Armstrong might be the first man on the moon. No, shit.
Now.
That motherfucker. He got the money.
Hopefully, what Tesla's
Yeah.
going on is real.
Why don't they try to save the earth? That's the thing is the, you know.
Oh, I believe Tesla's. They got shit that we ain't seen yet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you seen Apple about to come out with a car, right?
Apple.
Yeah. They come out with an Apple car.
I'm forgetting this now.
That is about to
That
be
shit
over.
gonna get crazy.
See what
Yeah.
I'm saying? The world's about to change. You're gonna.
Well, we're getting to the generation finally where everybody was thinking that we were gonna have flying cars. Now is gonna be the time that leads to that. A full electric car that drives itself. What's next?
There might be
A car that flies.
like
Change to
drone
that, bro.
style.
Imagine if you can run a truck 23 hours out the day, bro. And it's on the electric grid, bro.
All electric.
Well, they'll have
I
it
don't remember where
automated.
it's at,
and
but I was
shit.
reading something where it's a road that's all electric and it charges your car.
And that's how they're gonna build this that big utopian seat inside the dome.
Oh my God, this fucking dome.
That's where the money's gonna
It's
come
gonna be
from.
the topic of
And then we're gonna fight each other to see who's gonna be leader.
Yeah, who's gonna be the fucking dude with the ring? And who's gonna be Thanos?
I don't know.
Shit, God gonna come in Thanos style.
It might
Fuck
be
you guys.
Thanos.
Yo, man.
That's crazy.
Hey, bro, they gonna put us off YouTube, bro.
What?
Hey, me and
Nah,
Chris.
It's a great show. So
Yeah,
Yeah.
Oh shit!
Yeah, no, man, we on
That's how it started.
Yeah, that's how it started, man.
That shit started.
You know, this may get to a point where somebody comes back and watches like, damn, these dudes were some bums in the first episode. They have nothing. To the point where we have like full production. You know, you never know. Yeah,
I don't know. We keep talking about shit like domes and shit though.
yeah, the fucking dome.
But that's
That might be the topic of
That
every
might blow it up.
every
This is
episode.
bad public publicity.
Yeah.
Come back to the dome on it and see.
Yeah, that's we should start a podcast in this dome.
Yeah, off the dome.
Off the dome podcast.
Wait, why are you giving him that? I'm the one that came up with it. What? I need to supposed to pass
I
it.
apologize.
What the fuck is that shit?
He was like, the way you said it, he was just like,
Yeah, he was sleeping off the dome. Yeah, it's funny.
Jesse credit just because he said it better. I said it first. Damn.
Yeah.
he heard my
I'm the marketing wizard around here. Damn it. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, man. But yeah,
Yeah.
other than the dome
Off
and
the dome podcast. That might be just, but maybe that's what this is.
This
yeah.
come with 4 reasons.
Don't waste my gas over there.
Shit.
Shit.
You know, it's crazy. I saw a bear for the first time, like 2 weeks
A
ago.
bear.
A bear, a full size,
If you
Yeah.
didn't see the bear, that's the first time.
first time.
And you believe that
I
bears
had believed
exist
that bears had existed.
based on what evidence?
Did you
Well-
do you believe that bears hibernate?
Definitely. You know where I saw the bear? You know, Orlando.
So what science do you believe and what science don't you believe in? How do you know what to
No,
believe?
big ass bear at the spring. I can't remember.
Yeah, there's only bears in Florida. There's 2 hot bears.
Bears are real big.
And they're fucking-
And there's, yeah,
But
Black
anyway,
bears. Those are grizzly bears, right?
usually grizzly
Yeah,
bears,
but
Zodiac
40,000
bears.
Yeah.
What are the
there's
black
no
bears? Just black bears.
They call them black bears. I mean, there's sometimes they're sort of brownish, but they're sort of rounded. They're just small and more
smaller, too.
pointy.
Then,
They don't look as imposing.
maybe I should start my YouTube with that. That's probably
The bear?
my whole dome view. And
Yeah.
then it'll be like, what is your
God.
I've already
credibility of
lost
this shit?
interest.
And whenever I show y'all my life on film, they'll be like, damn, this nigga.
You started YouTube off the dome thing, bro. You better like
You be ready
have
for it?
have something ready for motherfuckers that have some questions.
yeah.
You know, people are gonna challenge that theory heavily.
People have more questions. People want to joke you. Yeah, they do all that. Make a meme out your
Yeah,
ass.
there's a lot of
That's-
science. I
no
think
publicity is bad.
there's a lot of stuff that you just haven't
You
been
know about
exposed to. But you just probably haven't.
As you get older, I think your
Trade
thought
watches.
may change.
What if you gotta look
Travel
up.
more.
You gotta look up
Other
that
countries.
Carl Sagan.
And I
video.
have.
What if I send you this?
I need to definitely do more. That's what I'm trying to get.
I'll send you the Carl Sagan video. I'll send you the Carl Sagan video about the shadows that showed in the ancient times, right, of Alexandria before the thing burned down, that they figured out the Earth was round.
Can I ask you a question? Do you know about pyramids?
Not much about them. I know what they are, that they exist.
Okay, what do you
Chris said, who's the GOAT in basketball? And don't ever say Kobe.
Who's the goat in basketball?
Oh, there you go.
Shit.
You guys
Me and Vaughn have argued this many times.
So let's hear it out. Let's see some factual evidence again against one here.
You got Bill, you got Wilt, you got Jordan.
Of all time, not just
All
playing
the
today.
time. Think about this.
Yeah, these are like.
Shit.
Yeah.
He dominated that whole era, bro, a whole decade. He dominated that shit. Wilt Chamberlain, he's 7'1" with a 42-inch vert.
Yeah. He had 100 points on.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Just you define like who defended that, bro?
Yeah.
Who in that area
100 points in one
defended?
game.
Yeah.
I don't know anything about
Oh, you don't really know
any
sports.
sports player. Though I said that.
It's like people.
People think
When these brothers-
his generation, his age, I think he's gonna say LeBron.
No.
You know, arguing
It's
LeBron,
like-
Jordan. Before
It's
it's
gonna
going
be LeBron, Jordan, Kobe.
yeah, LeBron
That's
gonna
all
win
I-
about 2 more titles before it's all said and done.
You know what I'm saying? I feel like people would never give it to Kobe before they give it to LeBron or Jordan, and I just don't think that's right. I think he should be in that conversation,
Yeah, Kobe had that.
but he ain't.
If you take championships away and just raw playing ability, I mean, shit, Kobe was a baby Jordan. He did everything. He mirrored everything he did.
Yeah.
He did.
But you got good.
Yeah, I mean, they didn't put him to the Hall of Fame for no reason. He
Say he's the greatest of all time.
that's too hard to say, man. There's too many greats.
I mean, that's the one to say what he was saying.
Yeah,
The greatest GOAT.
yeah, you still have to go with the GOATs. It's still gonna be well. LeBron ain't in the Hall of Fame, so right now you're only looking at Jordan and Kobe.
Right.
You know, because people don't want to bring in.
What about
Iverson,
Kareem? What about Kareem?
Kareem, yeah. There's a lot of players that you can say the greats in there. You know, there's a reason that people love Larry Bird.
Yeah.
Larry Bird was a great.
But
I think in today's day and age, he couldn't have fucking
yeah,
done what he was doing.
he like a Dirk Nowitzki or a Joe Gibbs. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like
Yeah, but
he
Dirk
that
is not
era.
the top of the league either. He's good.
You said
Dirk was not the top of the league. I
Dirk
mean, he was.
Dirk was man.
He was.
He
Man.
carried the Mavericks.
But people still talk more about LeBron than they talk about.
Oh yeah, but he was a superstar through his tenure of playing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, he dominated in his own way. He wasn't as dominant as LeBron.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I feel like LeBron was made to laugh.
Yeah.
You feel me? Like,
He really is.
He's something different.
He's a robot.
let me say for this planet, bro.
Yeah.
He's a robot.
Yeah, bro. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
How you jump that high? How you that strong and
It's
explosive?
humans who play robots. That's the game.
6'9", 6'10", right
Kobe-
down the court like that.
Kobe was dope. To watch
You know
Kobe
what I'm
play,
saying?
I hate
He go out there and play
Lakers,
tight end, bro. Right now, he probably go out there.
Yeah, he's
and
huge.
start.
Yeah, he's huge.
Yeah.
I mean, he's super athletic. But he ain't got no hairline.
He does now.
Yeah, you do that.
You know why?
Well, he got the same dude as Tiger, huh?
Yeah,
He got the
tight.
same dude as Tiger.
Toy leg.
Yeah, Toy
Toy
leg. Nah,
leg.
Toy leg shit was fucked up. But, that's great.
But I see y'all niggas the other left, bro.
Top 5: MJ, Kareem,
You just get closer.
Kobe, toss up Wilt, Magic, Bird, or LB. Shaq.
Oh, yeah. I mean, you gotta divide them. Dominant center to ever play.
Yeah.
You feel me?
The last year.
You think there's gonna be robots playing? You think there's gonna be robots playing instead of humans? There's humans, there's robots playing right now. It's like cyborgs. They're not humans.
Like,
Who?
he said LeBron earlier.
Yeah, but that was just like it's tongue in cheek, right?
I'm not educated on basketball.
You don't think he's really a cyborg, like really non-human cyborg?
I feel like he got something
I tell you what, if
in his DNA that other people don't got.
He had the
Sure,
deal.
okay.
Yeah, his DNA.
If they
is
win the
different.
championship this year, then he got something that other people got.
Some people believe about that nut, but like, whoever gave A was a fucking. Because I feel like it's all about DNA, bro. It's all about you come from your parents. You feel me? So you don't take their traits and they really add.
Well, and then there's also access to the means for your DNA to express itself. Like, what if you don't have the means to play that sport? Or do the
That's where manipulation comes.
You know what I mean? How do you know right to express your greatness, but you don't have that vector? What's your, you know what I mean? LeBron, like, does everybody have? Do you think everybody has something like that?
Yeah, for sport.
No, not necessarily
Just
sports.
say
Like,
it.
you know, yeah, right. Do you think everyone's able to find that thing?
Yeah.
Now, I don't think everybody.
And do you think you could find the thing that takes you to the elevation of LeBron, for instance? Like a thing in your life that could elevate you like that?
I'm looking for it. A lot of people ain't even looking for it. You feel me? A lot of people ain't
You
even
gotta put your energy out there. All about
A lot of people
But
just,
you could put a lot of energy out and then still fail.
you can't.
Don't you
You
think?
can't.
Don't you think? I mean, what's your definition?
Try again.
Let's get back up and try again. Can you ride a bike?
Sure.
Sure.
Sure. But I mean, what if your competition is LeBron James?
On a bike.
Can
Or
you-
Lance Armstrong.
Yeah,
Or Neil Armstrong.
Neil Armstrong on the bike, right? or Lance Armstrong to the moon.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, we live in a system whereby if you don't make it to that point, you can't. That's almost suicide. In a sense, right? So it's like a big, it's a big gamble. What?
Lance Armstrong didn't go.
Lance Armstrong.
I'm saying, but why do people use that reference?
No, we were just using. We were just joking.
Oh,
I don't care.
like, I didn't know people use that reference.
I just said the shit stuff in the middle of school.
Yeah.
Joking.
Yeah, it was a joke.
On that note, we're gonna close up the first session of the shop, our first episode of the shop sessions. Where's the?
Right.
All right. And tune in next time, whenever that is. I guess we're gonna do this again, same time.
Yeah,
kind of
yeah,
thing.
every Sunday.
So I guess we'll
Come up with
close
some new
this at
topics.
some point.
Yeah.
And whatever gets more people. Thank you for the two that signed on and the like, subscribe, share, all that stuff. Peace out. Everybody else, go ahead and say your stuff. All right. Yep. There you go. Yes. No longer be live.